Savasana setup. Hello and welcome. This is part four of a four-part series called But First, Rest. I'm Lizzie Lassiter, and I hope you will subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also hope you'll leave a comment. I personally see every comment that comes through below the video. If you would like to come into my world, which I would love, please subscribe to my newsletter, which you can find at lizzie.yoga. Goes out every Sunday with videos and content like this. What is Shavasana? Okay, on one level, Shavasana means corpse pose, comes from yoga, means lying down on the floor and doing nothing for an extended period of time. It is a stylized version of rest in the sense that we are very specifically looking for physical comfort first. I'm going to show you four tools or props that can help you to achieve physical comfort and can help you to shift your nervous system. What we're interested in here is shifting the nervous system, or we could say downshifting the nervous system from a state of sympathetic dominance, sympathetic arousal of the autonomic nervous system to parasympathetic dominance. Many of you know in sympathetic dominance, that's the kind of fight or flight. That's where we're active, we're reactive. When we shift to parasympathetic, that's when the body and the nervous system moves into rest and repair. We spend, I would argue, I would venture, I spend more of my day in the sympathetic. And what I'm hoping this will help you do, what this series is for, but first, rest, is to build in more moments into your day where you're consciously shifting from upregulated to downregulated. And it's not that we want to live in downregulated sloth zone for our whole lives, but this pendulum that the nervous system loves to shift between sympathetic and parasympathetic has gotten for many of us really stuck over on the sympathetic side of things. And so doing a 20-minute shavasana, which I'm going to show you here today, absolutely downregulates, unwinds my nervous system into parasympathetic dominance, which has enormous benefits. On the physical level, it can lower blood pressure. It can help with digestion. It can help with any kind of circulatory issues, immunity, fertility. It actually measurably makes the blood more alkaline. And it sort of calms or gives the body a chance to reabsorb the stress hormones that we're always kind of emitting as we get stimulated throughout our day. On a energetic level, I would say Shavasana is fantastic for intuition, for creativity, for a sense of wholeness, a sense of safety, a sense of being held, um, a sense of inner belonging, nurturing, that we're nurturing ourselves. So this has to do with what happens in the brain. The brain waves measurably shift and slow down when we take a shavasana, especially as I'm going to show you today, a 20-minute shavasana. The brain has time to shift into different wave states, which are associated with all of those things, creativity, intuition, wisdom, dare I say. This video is a setup video. I'm going to show you what to do with your physical body. And then if you look in the description below, I have included an audio track, which is the guidance. So once you watch this video, you can figure out the setup that works well for you. And then you're going to click on the audio track, and that's going to be your full 20-minute practice. Last thing I'll say before we move to the mat, why 20 minutes? You can practice Shavasana for 10 minutes. You can practice for 5 minutes. It is more effective. The dose here really does matter. Those systems that I spoke about in the body, circulation, immunity, fertility, digestion, these are slower systems. These don't work at the speed of a text message, sending an email. They're not instant. These biological processes take more time in order to heal themselves. The image that I love is that stress acts on our body like wind on a sailboat, and the sailboat is really the more stress we're under, and for a prolonged period of time, the sailboat is tilting, tilting, tilting away from the wind. And when we take a restorative yoga pose like Shavasana for an extended period of time, like 20 minutes, it's as if that stops the wind. And the sailboat, which is the body in this analogy, the sailboat rights itself. We don't have to do anything. The body already knows. It's so hungry for rest and down regulation. It absolutely already knows what to do to heal itself. Let's move to the mat. As promised, 4 ideas for you of ways to make yourself more comfortable. So I've rolled up a really heavy blanket. This I would put behind your knees, either the legs straight, or I prefer to put the soles of my feet together and open my knees. Some people don't like this for their hip joints, but if this feels good, I really like it, or else you can just straighten the knees. So I, however, am going to use my yoga bolster because I have a yoga bolster. And then I'm going to use this blanket for warmth. If you don't have a yoga bolster, roll a thick blanket up for the knees and then take another blanket on top. You definitely want to cover your body up. I'm practicing on a really thick, soft yoga mat. You could do it on a carpet. You could even do it on your bed, although I think it's better to practice Shavasana in a different location. So comfort, coziness, all really important here. I have on socks. Then I have a pillow, just a regular pillow from my couch, a throw pillow, that I'm going to use for my head and neck support. And then I have one of my own designed third eye masks. Let me hold it up so you can see it. That goes around and hooks on, has a little silver button for my third eye. But of course, you could cover your eyes with a scarf. It doesn't matter what it is, but darkness is a very important trigger for your nervous system. So I'm going to show you how to lie down, and then I'll come and say goodbye. Again, you're going to use the audio track for your guided Shavasana. Or if you want to practice in silence, which I do in my own practice almost every day, I recommend, the watch is a great way to do a timer. If you have a watch or on your phone, put everything in airplane mode so you're not going to be disturbed. And then you can just set a 20-minute timer here that will gently vibrate and wake you up or bring you back up to the surface. Mostly, I don't fall asleep in Shavasana. So as you come down onto your elbows and lengthen your rib cage away from your pelvis. Come all the way down. Fix your blanket. And then what's really important here is that the pillow comes down to the shoulders. You can take these top corners and fold them under a little bit. The position that we love for Shavasana is for the forehead to be slightly elevated above the chin. And then I open my arms wide so that the side ribs can breathe. Sometimes I begin the practice with that 5 breath samavriti that we learned in part 2 of this series. Inhaling to 5, exhaling to 5, normal breath in, normal breath out. But this is it. This is the physical position for Shavasana. Nothing happens next. Okay, how do we come out? When it's over, you're going to bring the feet one by one onto the pillow. Inhale the breath and exhale, roll yourself to the side, moving slowly and come up to sitting. You want to give you want to give yourself time to transition after the pose because your body has just been unwound. Do not ask it to jump right back into service. Your nervous system, your sweet, sweet nervous system. But give yourself 5 to 10 breaths to transition. Thank you so much for being here. I've really enjoyed sharing these techniques with you. Once again, you can find the links to the whole series below. You can comment how you like this setup. If you're trying Shavasana for the first time, please let me know how it feels in your body. And you can find the guided practice for a 20-minute full length, luxurious restorative yoga Shavasana below. Thank you so much.